Next Saturday, the 4th annual South Shore Regional Minority Educator Recruitment Fair will take place at Milton High School. For the 4th straight year, the purpose is to encourage and connect candidates of color with eager employees looking to diversify. The number of Latino, African American, and Asian students in kindergarten through grade 12 in public school classrooms is expected to exceed the number of white students, but the racial and ethnic makeup of our country's teaching staff does not reflect this shift. There's a shortage of African American and Hispanic, Latino, Native American, and Asian educators, and this recruitment fair helps to encourage those individuals to pursue a career in education. The event is free and all are encouraged to attend. To tell us more, we are now joined by James Jette. He is principal of Milton High School, which is hosting the event. And we're glad to have you here, James. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in. This is the 4th year in a row for this, huh?
Absolutely, and
wow.
It's a pleasure to be here.
First off, how are things at Milton High School these days?
Outstanding. We're very blessed to have a great instructional staff that's passionate and committed to diversifying the staff, but also working with our students. We had some outstanding students this year, and we're blessed with great parental and guardian support. So it's off to a great year.
Oh, great. That's good to hear. Let's get to the details about the event next Saturday. This is the 4th annual conference you're having, recruitment fair you're having for minority educators.
So I think this is a great opportunity. We're blessed to have at least 22 districts right now who have signed on and confirmed their commitment to participate in the event next week. We range from districts from Nantucket, Falmouth, up to Wellesley, Westwood, Lexington, Framingham, Milton, Canton, Stoughton, to name a few, all the way up to Swampscott. So we're looking for a great turnout in terms of the districts, but now we need those folks who are interested in seeking employment in these districts to come out.
So these are all school districts who are looking for candidates of color to come in and apply for jobs.
Looking for candidates, but more importantly to educate folks about these different districts. Sometimes there's this perception out there that the suburbs are not necessarily willing or able or liking to hire minority candidates, but that's furthest from the truth. Our job is to bring people in, less threatening atmosphere, give them an opportunity to ask questions, give us a feel about those individuals, and share with them potential openings within the various districts.
Now, why are you hosting this event at Milton High School, and talk to me about why it's so important in your view?
Well, I would say for us at the high school, it's a commitment on the leadership, the superintendent's office, along with the 6 principals, and we have a cultural competency committee that's very passionate about this. This is one of our strategic goals. It's important to me as a male of color. I go through my own educational experiences. In my 12 years of high school, I have one African American teacher in my 12 years of education.
I think I've had one myself. Now that I heard that someone asked me that question, I never really thought about it.
Right.
And I realized I only had one African American teacher all through my years of high school.
Right.
And I think even all through college as well.
I think when I first started working in Milton, that was one of the questions some of the friends have asked me, and I said, why not be one of the first people to go into a district and be a trailblazer, so to speak. And I've been well received by not only the students, the parents, and the faculty and staff, and it's been nothing but the best for me. It's a great opportunity.
A few more details here. What are the basics that people should know coming to this?
Again, we have 22 districts that are there to be on hand with representatives handing out information about their various districts from all 3 levels, from elementary, middle, and high school, potential job opportunities. Candidates should come with at least 22 copies of an updated resume that gives them an opportunity to share with those potential districts or different employment opportunities. It is free. Thank you for mentioning that. It's free for districts to participate, but it's also free for all attendees. The first 150 attendees will get a insulated mug from our sponsor. Pro forma printed in productions. I think it's another incentive for people to come through. But again, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. next Saturday, March 7th at Milton High School.
And again, we're not talking about just teachers. We're talking about principals, administrators.
Very, very good, because some people think you need the certain certifications. We're looking for anyone from administrators, teachers, librarians, school nurses, a guidance counselor, adjustment counselors, paraprofessionals. If you're looking to make a career change, you could be a paraprofessional. And I know for Milton, we have a partnership with Curry College, and there's a 20% discount for our educators that work in the town of Milton to pursue a secondary degree in education over at the Curry College right in Milton.
You are the principal at Milton High School. I'm sure one of the best schools in the state. Talk to us about how you got your start as an educator, your path.
My path is rather unique. I remember looking for a job right after graduating from college, having a hard time finding a job, and here I was at the end of May, and I linked up with a gentleman, Chris Hogan, out of North Shore Community College that was working with first-generation college-bound students in the city of Lynn, all 4 high schools, Lynn Tech, Classical, English, and St. Mary's. Started working with students. We'd take a 6-week residential out at UMass Amherst to expose them to the college life and hopefully inspire them to see themselves on a college campus. And from there, it was all she wrote. I ended up going back to school, getting a master's in school guidance, which propelled my career right there in the town of Milton.
Any challenges that you faced and had to overcome that you can share with us?
I think we talk about it. I had the luxury of going to high school on Martha's Vineyard, which I think is a good school system, but lacking the diversity. And sometimes, as a young man of color, you think that your behavior or some of the things that you like were kind of overlooked, and I don't want to say purposeful, but they're definitely dismissed in some cases. And I wish there was more done back then to kind of really support students of color.
What advice do you have for a youngster in the community who is thinking about a career in education?
I think it's a great opportunity. I look at education as a springboard for almost every profession that's out there. So I say get into this. This would be a great opportunity to come to this event and talk to educators from across the South Shore region of the state and ask them about their career paths. As I alluded to, I didn't think that education was something that I wanted to be in, but once I got my foot in the door, I got that bug and I fell in love with it, and it's been a passion ever since.
And again, you're talking about maybe someone just getting out of college, maybe who wants to go into education, be a teacher, or maybe someone who is already a teacher and wants to move up to be an administrator or a principal as well.
Absolutely. I think there's something for everyone. People want to relocate, family situation, childcare situation, demographics. I think this is a great opportunity for anybody that's looking for an opportunity. Even folks who are pursuing a career and want to become a custodian. There are opportunities there for folks as well. And I think the more students start to see folks of color in their building in various different capacities, it affirms their cultural identity and it makes them feel good. But I also think it's a benefit for their white counterparts as well to see folks.
And that's a point we were talking about before. It's not really just for the kids. It's really for the whole community, your colleagues, the teachers, the principals, because some of these suburbs, the faculties are nearly all white, are they not?
Pretty much so, and again, I can only speak for the district that I work in. We feel very blessed. Our superintendent is committed to Dr. Khalees Warnham, that's training our leadership in cultural competence.
Okay, we've got to wrap it up. So just once again, it's called the recruitment, what's it called?
It's the South Shore Regional Minority Educator Recruitment Fair.
And it is?
Saturday, next week, Saturday, March 7th at Milton High School, 25 Gower Road. Please come prepared, business attire, and multiple copies of your resume, and have a good time.
All right, 22 copies of the resume.
At least.
Okay,
at
James
least.
Jette, Principal of Milton High School, thank you for coming in. Good luck with the fair. That's it for this edition of Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. For all of us here at Urban Update, have a great Sunday, everyone.